Welcome back. A meet and greet for local candidates will be held at the Nye County Republicans Central Committee. Joe Brodzinski explains.
We're having a meet and greet on Saturday, May 21st from noon to 3 o'clock at Republican headquarters, which is 3370 160 Highway, and have an opportunity to meet the local candidates that are running for county commissioner. We have 14 different candidates in the 3 districts that are up for election. So if you're thinking about voting for Republican, we have great candidates. We'd love to have you out. You can buy a hot dog for $1, have some drinks, have a chance to meet each candidate, talk to them one-on-one, and it'll be a good time for all.
And this is going to be just the Republican candidates, right?
That is correct. It's just the Republican candidates. We also give you the opportunity, if you haven't registered to vote, you can come in there. We have all the paperwork. You can register to vote at the same time.
You can find out more about the Nye County Republican Central Committee, right?
Sure can. You can email me if you like at chairman@nygop.org.
All right, and then, so you guys are located just right next to the 3-story bank on South Highway 160, right? Just in that same parking lot.
That is absolutely correct.
All right, date and time again?
It's Saturday, May 21st, starting at noon to 3 o'clock.
And let's get the latest in your world news.
In world news today, the United States and North Carolina are entangled over transgender rights. The Justice Department filed a civil rights lawsuit over the state's so-called bathroom bill. State officials are defiantly filing suits against the federal directive to stop the implementation of the controversial legislation. Also, a major player in North Carolina, the state's public university system, defied the governor and legislature and told the Justice Department on Monday it intends to act in compliance with federal law as it relates to House Bill 2, known as HB 2. The Justice Department seeks declaratory relief and threatens to curtail federal funding to the North Carolina Department of Public Safety and the University of North Carolina. With hundreds of millions of dollars in funding at stake, the long-lasting policy prohibits university personnel from discriminating on the basis of, among other things, gender identity, sex, or sexual orientation. The act bans people from using public bathrooms that do not correspond with their biological sex. Since its passage in March, North Carolina has become a national battleground on the issue of transgender rights. It has drawn a fury of condemnation for civil liberty groups, LGBT advocates, and major businesses. America's addiction to opiate-based painkillers and heroin just got exponentially more dangerous. The more potent painkiller on the market, prescribed by doctors for cancer treatment, is being made illicitly and sold on the streets, delivering a super high and far too often death. The drug fentanyl has been around since the 1960s. Its potency works miracles, soothing extreme pain in cancer patients who are usually prescribed patches or lozenges. But an illicit version of the drug is flooding into communities across America, and casual users are finding out that their fentanyl pills and powder are delivering a powerful high that is easy to overdose on and can even kill. The Drug Enforcement Administration and the Centers for Disease Control say we have another national health crisis on our hands. I'm Monique Mitchell, and that's your World News.
A lock of Thomas Jefferson's hair, snipped by his personal physician at the time of his death on July 4th, 1826, is expected to make history on Saturday, as it marks the first time a lock of hair from the second president of the United States is ever offered at public auction. Just 14 strands of hair are expected to sell for $3,000 on Saturday, May 14th, in Heritage Auctions in Dallas. The lock is accompanied by an affidavit which documents that the keepsake was descended in the family of Dr. Robley Douglason, Jefferson's physician. Pretty cool, huh?
Interesting stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I heard that they have some more of his hair that they donated to a museum.
Really?
But this is the only one that's being allowed.
Being auctioned.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
How about that?
Well, here's what's happening in your weekend sports.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Jason Ernest at Mountain West Lawyers. The push to get an NFL team in Las Vegas got a shot in the arm on Wednesday. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, one of the most influential NFL team owners, said he's open to a team in Las Vegas. Jones would not comment on a specific team, for example, Oakland, who has expressed interest in moving to Las Vegas if the Nevada state legislature approves public funding to help build a new stadium for the Raiders to play in. Still, 24 of the 32 NFL team owners would have to approve the move. Jones played a big role in convincing owners to vote for the Rams to move from St. Louis to Los Angeles. He's a part of what's called the new money faction of the NFL team owners, who reject a long-standing thought that professional teams cannot exist where there is gambling because of possible game fixing. UFC President Dana White denied an ESPN report that the company is up for sale. For years, it's been rumored that the company might be sold, but a report from ESPN business reporter Darren Rovell offered specific details on what that transaction might look like. Sources said the UFC is in advanced talks to sell the business. He said there are believed to be 4 bidders and that the winning bid is expected to be between $3.5 and $4 billion. In 2001, the Fertitta brothers only paid $2 million for the business. Since the UFC is privately owned, the company rarely reveals financial information and is not providing any comment on ESPN's report. The report did not mention when this sale might happen. This has been your Week in Sports. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
I hear you might have some of those frozen vegetables we were talking about.
Yes, actually I do. Those are some of the vegetables that I use. I always shop at Smith's.
Well, I go canned, so I think I'm safe. But if you're frozen, double check.
I'm going to go home and look.
All right, we'll be right back after this.